trains may have left Singapore for good. But somewhere in Ubi Estate, east of Singapore, there is one train that has its own schedule. It'll make its way from Tanjong Pagar to Bukit Timah station whenever its owner, Nicholas, wants it to. Nicholas is so deeply in love with his trains that he could only vaguely remember that his craze started more than 16 years ago.
To be honest, I can't remember. It was probably before kindergarten. But I started getting fascinated probably by the MRT. I used to take a lot of rides, and this followed up to KTM. Personally, I like the way the train moves. I like different trains have different pickup speeds as well. Also, for the locomotive sounds, every engine is different.
Like most other railway fans, 19-year-old Nicholas is rather obsessed with the details of each train and each station. And it shows in the way he has displayed his extensive KTM railway collection that occupies almost every nook and cranny of his flat.
This room is considered to be like Singapore. So over there I have the Tanjong Pagar railway station with 3 platforms and 2 headshunts. Over here we have the Kampung Baru yard. So I have 7 lines, like as what it is in the real life. If you go to the end, there's also a turntable in case I need to turn my locomotives around. After this, the train will go to Bukit Timah railway station and thereafter to Malaysia in the next room.
Much like the KTM trains in Tanjong Pagar station, Nicholas's single cab loco must be driven onto a turntable to be moved around for its return trip. Not everything in the depot was automated. A good strong push by the assistant driver was all that's needed to help steer the loco towards the direction of its destination. Nicholas's loco is now ready for its next journey. It didn't dawn on Nicholas's parents that they were laying the tracks for their son's KTM empire when they gave him a train set for his 5th birthday. From then on, all Nicholas wanted was trains and more trains. As the trains and tracks are cheaper overseas, he travels to Bangkok, Kuala Lumpur and Hong Kong twice a year to buy them.
My family and friends actually find this hobby quite interesting. They don't find it weird or boring at all. Whenever they come over, they would actually request me to switch on the trains and let them run around. Yeah. Even if I switch on the aircon, they'll ask me to switch off the aircon so that I can open my door to allow the train pass through across the room.
In Nicholas's mini Malaysia, there are 2 train services. The KTM intercity trains that connect Kuala Lumpur to Singapore and the electric urban monorail system. Over the years, this polytechnic student has painstakingly constructed his KTM train system as close to the real one as possible. Understanding train layouts is second nature to him. All he needs is to study the rail systems once before replicating them to exact rightness.
I do try to follow certain track layouts where the different design of the train, the different make of the train, I try to keep them within that certain section only.
What makes Nicholas's setup unique and meaningful is his great sense of realism. And sometimes he has to resort to a little ingenuity just to be spot on.
Since I've modeled the stations as according to what I saw, I decided to also paint the trains. I'll try to make it look realistic at the station.
Nicholas's dedication in perfecting his train set has much to do with his passion in train spotting.
To be honest, train spotting is not dull at all. It's just whether you are able to spot the differences, although the coaches may be the same. The locomotive number, or even the different class of the locomotive, the different make of the locomotive, what is inside the locomotive, it is all different.
Over in Malaysia, 11 kilometers from the capital city of Kuala Lumpur, lives another avid train enthusiast. Unlike Nicholas, who buys his trains, Suhaimi Ismail makes them, and he's the world's one and only KTM train model maker.
maybe I think about 100 models over the last 25 years. I like to stand by the railroad and just watch the train pass by, especially the goods train. You can see there's the sound of the steel clicking and then the sound of the heaviness pounding.
Model trains come in 38 different scales, and Suhaimi builds his using the S scale in the ratio of 1:64. Every foot of his train model represents 64 feet of a life-size KTM train. The S scale occupies less space in the house and allows him to incorporate more details into his models. But Suhaimi wasn't always occupied with the intricacies of model building. He started off as a collector of model trains. But in 1985, as his collection started to expand, he realized that it would never be complete.
But just collecting, then I feel like something is missing. I want something that looks like KTM. I mean, like the train that I used to ride, but I couldn't find in store. So from that day onward, I began building my own train.
Most times, Suhaimi taps into his imagination to build these delicate machines. And occasionally, he would make a field trip to make it happen.
Sometimes I just sneak around to the KTM railway van. I always go there and take pictures at every angle, top, left, right, under the carriage. Even for coaches, I will go into the inside the coach.
Glue, cardboard, PVC pipes and computer ribbon cables are some of the common materials he uses to build his trains from scratch. In the last 25 years, he has spent up to $40,000 US. Each day, after returning home from his work as an IT systems consultant, Suhaimi would spend at least 2 hours crafting or painting a new railway carriage. One of Suhaimi's masterpieces is the Senandung Malam, or Rhythm of the Night, which measures 4.5 meters long. And a Senandung Malam train just won't do without a Malaysian-inspired train layout. His locomotive lumbers past Sedingan houses, which are squatter dwellings commonly found along parts of the tracks in Malaysia. In 2009, Suhaimi decided to pick up speed and take on the ride of his life.
The Eastern Annual Express was built to commemorate my 25th anniversary of building modern train. It took about 21 months and 15 days to complete.
This is no ordinary train. The reputation of this regal beast precedes itself. Relying mostly on his internet research, Suhaimi's train recaptures the glory days of rail travel with an observation deck, a dining car, and 3 types of cabins. The cabins are all furnished with sofas, chairs, lamps, and beds. Even the print of the cushion covers are an exact replica.
I think I've reached the finishing line of railway modeling.